What's up, YouTube? Gribby here. This is my part 3, or my final installment of my little mass uploads, which, thank you. If you watched the other two, thank you very much. Or if you just skipped to this one, yes, you are reading the title correctly. I found a Retaliator. Yeah, I lucked out. The Toys R Us I had went to, which I don't know if I can really say where it is, but it was down by my mother-in-law's, but you don't know where my mother-in-law is, so that really doesn't help. But pretty much it was on a front display with a wall of vortex blasters. It had to be at least 15 feet long, about I would say maybe about 6 blasters long, maybe 7, and they were in a tiny corner, in a tiny, tiny little spot in the corner, just 2 across and 2 across, and they had 2 Retaliators and 1 Rampage left. I wasn't really big on the Rampage because I have my Alpha Trooper and I'm happy with that, so I really didn't want another pump action gun, but I did want a replacement for my Recon because I do actually like the Recon. My current Recon, my N7, is up on my wall, but it has no spring in it, so it's not really being used anything. And truthfully, I've turned it into a prop, so it wouldn't really be used anyway. I used it for 1 war, and it was used for 1 round, and that was it. But yes, this is the Retaliator in all of its glory. I will be doing a full review stock. I have not opened this up yet. I have not had the time. If you saw my last video, you know I had mentioned my workbench is not together, so I do not have any real workspace. So I will be doing a fairly extensive stock review of this. Maybe not as extensive as Bobo's, but I will be going over as much as I can and trying to be as honest as I can, because I was very excited about the Elite series. And I will be fairly critical of some things because I am going to be reviewing this for a person of my size. I am 6'4", and I'm just going to be going over the pros and cons of the way I like this blaster and what to do about it. I will also be doing a range test, and I am going to be doing a varied range test. This is the clip that the blaster comes with. It is a 12 dart clip, which is really nice. And the one thing I like right off the bat is they have this it's half clear, half not. So it's almost like they took actually no, I don't even think the Clear series, the Sonic series clips were clear. So this was a nice touch. I don't know if you notice it, but they kind of, I guess to make sure, because people were taking off all those stickers that said Max 18, they actually have 12 kind of molded into the plastic here. You know, let me turn the light off for my last one. So I apologize for the weird light switch now, but yeah, if you can see here, it has like 12 kind of, not really engraved, but like embossed into the plastic, and it's also on this side here. These are the Elite Series darts. They are blue with a thicker foam. The heads are also a lot more, I don't know how to say it, I guess thicker, because there is give in there, but I would say, like with my old Streamlines, how I was able to get the BBs in there, I don't think you're getting BBs into these things. Now to the blaster itself. Yes, this is pretty much the Recon 2.0, as I like to have called it with my buddy John. Differences between the 1.0 and the Recon 2.0. It's got a new stock, and it's got a new grip as opposed to the tack light, and it comes with no sight. Now, I'm going to go over each part individually. The blaster itself I'll get to on its own, but the stock, it does not expand or compress. It's smaller than the original Recon stock, and it's smaller than, and it's a tad bit smaller than, excuse me, than the Raider stock completely closed. Now, as I shoulder it, it's not that bad. It's a little uncomfortable because it puts the blaster so close, but it's not that bad. Like if I needed to sight this, it's a good shoulder stock. Plus, it's very sturdy. Another thing is, unlike with the Raider stock, and more, I would guess, in line with the Recon stock, is the back is open, so you can actually still see the priming indicator, so you can tell if you're primed or not. The front barrel this is the exact same front barrel that came with the Recon and every incarnation of it. The only difference is the barrel is rifled. Now, you may not be able to see this, but inside, the original barrels, the long strike barrel, the Spectre silencer, the Recon barrel, even the long shot front gun barrel, I believe. If you ever looked inside, all of them had grooved lines and all of them went straight. If you look in here, they're spiraled. Now that's called rifling. In normal firearms, rifling actually helps with your shot. I have not fired this for a distance with the barrel on, so I cannot say if the rifling will help. I have seen on Nerf Revolution a couple of at least one thread about rifling and will it make a difference. I guess we will find out now. Now, this also comes with a grip, or a front grip. This is pretty much akin to the grips that came with the Stampede. Now, I do have two Stampedes and I do have two grips. I forgot to grab one though, and I'm not going to. You know what? Hang on one sec. Okay, so I've decided what the hell, I'll get the grip. So these are the two comparisons. This is the Retaliator grip. This is the Stampede grip. As you can see, the Stampede grip is obviously longer because it has the built-in bipod on it. But I just feel the grip-wise, the Stampede grip has a better grip in and of itself. Main reasons, one, because the grip itself has grooves for your fingers, so you actually have something to rest your fingers on. This just has a texture, so there's no real actual grip to it. Like, you can pretty much hold it any way, and you're gonna get the same grip on it. I do like the back, though. The back texture is nice. The front, not so much. Also, the addition of this little well at the bottom for the addition of the bipod, I kind of like that more because you can also get like an extra maybe inch or so of grip on it, or if you're holding it wide, your fingers can go rest a little better on that. On here, not so much. It's just your grip is your grip. Your finger goes off of it. Your finger goes off of it. There's no additional real grip to it. So it's not bad, but truthfully, not my cup of tea. Onto the blaster itself. We got a Recon, or a reshelled, some people are saying it's a reshelled Recon. Pretty much it's if the Recon and a long shot had a baby, because yes, this has a direct plunger system. Again, like I said, this is completely stock, so it has clip locks, it has trigger lock and everything. This is what it sounds like when it's dry fired. It's got a nice little pop to it here. Maybe this might help. It's got a nice little pop on it, but it's not so much the greatest noise. Being fired, same thing. Bobo said it sounded weak, but I didn't really hear that. But okay, so now in regards to the range test, the way I'm going to be doing the range test is actually going to be threefold, because we have different ammos, we have different ways of using it. Now, with this, I will be doing 3 shots of 3... Wait, hold on, I got to think. I'm doing 2 shots of 3 different types of ammo. I'm going to be using stock Streamline. Now, this is a totally stock Streamline. You can tell by just the way it is here. The stock Elite Dart, again, never did anything to it. My modified Streamlines. Now, I don't have the straws in them, but I do have double BB tips, and you can tell these are my Streamlines because I have my 2112 written on them for when I actually wore with them. I will be using my 18-round drum from one of my Alpha Troopers on it. I will be doing 3 shots each. I'll be doing 3 shots streamlines, 3 shots 3-shot streamlines, 3 shots elite, 3-shot loaded streamlines, 1 set with the barrel and 1 set without to see if the barrel is hurting ranges or if it's actually doing better or something. That's going to be next, followed up by my final thoughts. Okay, so we're outside in the 90-plus degree weather. I hate this part of the summer because it's so humid and so hot, but that's for another video. I have the 18-round drum loaded. Yes, I am using the Stampede grip just because, like I said before, I like it better, and it really doesn't affect ranging. I have my first loaded. It's going to go 3 stock streamlines, 3 elites, 3 loaded darts. Barrel's going to come off, and then it will be 3 stock streamlines, 3 elite, and 3 loaded. If you look down there, you can see my daughter's playhouse, which is where the rocks and the wood barrier is, and that's the 75-foot mark from where I'm going to be firing. I am going to be firing with a small angle because the 75-foot range is angled, which has been confirmed by Bobo, by Rogue, by pretty much everyone else who has reviewed this. So I will be trying for the boxed ranges. So here we go. Now no barrel. And let's go see how we did. Now, I'm going by what I remember previous recordings as. Also, my fences are about 8 foot lengths. So we got a few of the, and I believe these are loaded. Yep, loaded streamlines at about the 25-foot mark. A grouping here at around 30, 40. Let's see. That's stock. That's loaded. And that's stock. This one is loaded. We have our first elite along with a loaded and a stock dart. We have a loaded and a stock. And that's maybe at about the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's at about maybe the 50-foot mark. At the I'd say the 65-foot, we have a grouping of elites. And if you notice, back there where the pole is, that's where I was firing from. And and you saw the deviation from the shot. So I think even the elites are still a little too flimsy for the power that this thing is actually going to be putting out. Then we have the what is this one? This is a stock, and I know we saw the big stock one take big flight, bounce off the playhouse and hit. And I believe that is everything. I think I'm going to do one more firing test with all 12 elite darts. Well, so long as I can find all 12 of them, because I'm only seeing 5 of the elite darts. I think one of them hit my grill and bounced somewhere. But I'm going to try one of those, fire a few off with the barrel, fire a few off with the without. maybe it's the 18-round drum that's throwing these off, because the angle I was hitting at should have been hitting at least, sorry bug, about 75 feet, but I'm going to try with the stock clip, or the 12-round clip that this came with, and we'll see what that does. Okay, so I got the stock clip. I'm not going to bother putting on the shoulder stock, but I'm going to, and you know, the bipod really doesn't do much anyway. I'll fire a few off with the barrel, and I'll fire a few off with that. See how well these go. And again, be firing down that way. Okay, so the stock clip really didn't do much to them. They still kind of went all over the place, and they still kind of did their own little thing. I'm going to go back inside because it is fucking hot. Okay, so I think in conclusion, I don't know if I had just gotten it done or not, but these, even with angle, even with an angle, was not hitting no 75 feet, because even my little idea of, even my little range test, I wouldn't say is like to the inch accurate, but I mean, even if so, one shot really hit that 75-foot mark, and that was a stock streamline. And if you saw in the video, that thing just caught wind, because that went. Yes, I do all my own sound effects, thank you. Hold the applause till the end of the video. But overall, though, this is still a vast improvement over the Recon and the reverse plunger systems. Because stock, I'm still hitting 45, 50 feet, you know, give or take with the angles. And that's with the air restrictor and the stock spring. To me, that's still impressive. So, I mean, if you can find one, get it. I can't say anything really on the Rampage just because I don't have that. And you probably won't be seeing a review on it from me unless they go on sale like piss poor cheap, like the Dart Tag. But if you can find them, get them. I would say unless you desperately want this, because I found them at Toys R Us, and everyone I've known that's gotten these has gotten them at Toys R Us, which means they're going for about at least $5 more than what they're going to be at Target and Walmart. Because these, I remember seeing on Germ's blog, were supposed to be going for $24.99. I got mine $29.99. Greydon, who was going to be cool and get me one until I found my own, got his for $30. Bobo got his for $30. You know, well, Rogue got his free with the press kit, but, you know, if you luck out on that. But over and all, I would say maybe it's not worth the $30. Again, unless you really want it. But I would say definitely once it hits mass market in August, you know, and you haven't gone to Toys R Us that hasn't screwed up and put these out early, once these hit Target and Walmart, I would say pick it up at that point. Yes, really cool. I don't know if I'd be pushing for the 30. I would say wait and just get it at 25. But again, it is still cool, and I thank you for watching this. That's John Cullen. Gotta run.